of the Galaxy Star Trek podcast brought to you by MUTARA Alliance. I'm actually coming to you from Philadelphia this time, so I have switched sides of the Atlantic to represent the other side of the Atlantic, for which I am massively homesick for. We have Kris, Dave.
Yo.
Hello.
Hello.
And you.
So, yeah, we got a couple of viewers watching just now, which is great. So, I obviously haven't come over here. I've been here for about a week. I haven't really had much of a chance to log into the game, but I've been keeping an eye on what's been going on. So, I was quite intrigued by the recent statement that was made by Cryptic's CEO. So, Kris and Dave, have you got that post up as well? Can you see that?
I haven't got it up. I can have a look though.
It's on the stream anyway, so you'll be able to see it there if you've
Oh,
got the
cool.
stream up. So, obviously, with everything going on, I think the Cryptic had made the sensible decision that a statement should be forthcoming and straight from the top as well. So, the post is up on the screen right now. So, you can see here that it is Phil Fraser. And what he's been talking about in this post is saying, obviously, he's been lurking for a long time and watching reactions to all the news, stating that he asked the teams to remain quiet on the topic until they had more of the ducks in a row relating to the transition. And then he's decided to provide some information. So he addresses the fact that things are changing in the transition to DECA. Obviously, it's a complex process, but he says they're making great progress. But the two major points that are really important here is that Star Trek Online plus Neverwinter and Champs are not being sunset as part of the transition. So that's a reassurance for everyone who's playing these games, particularly us in the Star Trek Online community, that the show will go on. It's going to be continuing. And the shared ambition with DECA is that these games live on for many years to come, which is great news. And the plan as of writing this, to maintain a steady state with regard to content cadence and mix. So what that means is content cadence is like how often things are going to be coming out, and the mix obviously is the variety of content. This could change over time as the business evolves, but right now we're pushing to keep things as they are. Note the language they're pushing, so obviously there's some back and forth, I would imagine, between Cryptic and DECA staff or reps or whatever the management structure is, probably, as to how this will go. Working in the corporate world myself, I can envision in my head probably how this is working out. There's usually a bit of a power struggle, power shift when things like this happen in an organisation. Obviously, challenges are addressed, talking about that they're going to have to work through this. And addressing the fact that staff, if they have to go and take the steps to go where they need to be and get the pay they need to get. Now, what's interesting is that in the comments, there's some mention of Thomas Marone, the art director. Now, all those amazing ships that have come out over the years, the designs, about 99.9% of these, as far as I'm aware, are the work of Thomas Marone, and obviously he did some incredible work that was pushed through to Star Trek Picard. I believe it was seasons 2. That fleet that engaged that new Borg ship. That fleet was made up of ships that Thomas Marone had contributed to, and also Picard season 3 as well. Now, the problem is that DECA is a European company, or a European arm of this larger conglomerate. And the problem there is that US workers who might be used to being on 120, 150k a year, that's not what people are paid in Europe for the same job. So in Europe, it could be 50, 60, 70k a year. So a lot of the leaving that's happening, people who are moving on to other things, is because not only are they not wanting to see their salary halved, but also they don't want to work on European time. That's another thing that would happen working with DECA. So anyone who's staying on is making that sacrifice. They're going to be taking a cut in their pay. and they're also going to be working unusual hours. Now, bear with me just one moment because I'm going to close this door because I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear some noise sort of in the background here. So bear with me just a moment.
I can't hear anything, mate. Hello to everybody that's watching. I'll fill the noise gap.
Oh, don't worry, I'm back. Yeah, I just had to close that door. So yeah, basically it's just to kind of get an idea of what you guys. I mean, what I tried to do there, Chris and Dave, was to give a kind of an overview of what that's all about, basically. So what are your thoughts on all of this then?
So can I play the person that's not got a clue about what you've just spoken about?
Yeah.
So see when they say sunset, what does sunset actually mean?
Well, it means it's like it's not gone, but it would be another way of putting it would almost be like maintenance mode. I mean, sunset is kind of saying goodbye to something that's going away. Whereas
Right.
maintenance mode is it's maintained at a low level, so it's slightly different. So sunsetting would be like they're not going to release any new they're not going to release any new content. They wouldn't be investing any more into it. If somebody left the team, they wouldn't replace them, and they would slowly have a plan over a set period of time to kind of shut down servers and shut the thing down, basically wind it down, but try to keep it going for for whoever's around. So you'll see that with like, if you imagine like say, you know, like say when the N64 was winding down and the GameCube was about to come out, you would still have a few games coming out, but you know what I mean, the support's ending, it's moving on to the next thing,
Mhm.
you know. So the what he's saying is that's not the case, which is great. Um,
So are they going into maintenance mode then?
no, no, they're not. No, they're planning. Basically, this is a reassurance. They're going to keep things. That's not what's happening. They're keeping things going.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, Catherine Haley's got a good description. So sunset, as she says, is like end of support life. For example, Windows 10 sunset is October 14th, 2025. So
Ah, right. Okay.
yeah.
See, now you're talking my language. Fair enough. If you had just said that, I would have nodded and moved on.
All right. Well, thanks very much. What is this criticism, Dave,
No,
or
it's-
something?
no, I'm joking. I'm joking. So that is very reassuring for all of us that play Star Trek Online.
Yeah, yeah. So
That's good.
we're carrying on, um, which is great. Although it is a concern to me that Thomas Morone is gone because I mean, not that Thomas Morone is the only great designer out there, but Thomas Morone's talent, as was described by leadership at Cryptic, is sort of top tier A grade talent.
Hmm.
It's hard to find someone else like that who's dedicated that amount of time and effort. So if they can find a way to keep that salary and work life balance the same for Thomas and keep Thomas on, I think that would be really important, and I think that's the general feeling in the community. I just want to say we've got 10 viewers just now, so thank you to those watching us right now. And hello to those who have said hello. I couldn't see everybody saying hello because I was reading the post as well. Dave, what do you think of all this then?
Yeah, I'm sort of quietly hopeful, having read it. Obviously, with anything in business, you never know when things are going to change, but seems for the time being, at least, that they've, their intent is to keep moving forward with STO and those other games. So I feel like as long as it's something that makes money for them and makes sense for them to keep running it from that perspective, I think it gives us something to hope for, that it's going to be going for a while longer yet.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And I think as well. I mean, we're all super nostalgic and connected to this game. A lot of us. I mean, we've been playing for how long? I mean, some of us have been playing for 10 years, 8 years, 7 years, 14, 15. Well, nobody's playing 15 years, but 14
2
years.
days, 2 weeks. Yeah, it was a mixture of loads of people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think they know that they have a responsibility to the community in the sense that, I mean, it would be a shock, wouldn't it, for people if you were like, they don't know. I mean, there could be players who don't have a lot of family and friends whose entire social circle could be devoted to this. In a fleet community or an armada community, they could be It could be a
Relying
reassuring,
on it.
yeah, and it could also be something like a reassuring thing in their life where um, they're able to log on and it's a nice bit of regularity and routine, and they know where they're going,
Yeah,
and these settings are familiar to them. Catherine, it's interesting. She's just said, I'm more concerned about the underlying code-based gaming engine being out of date. Technology changes a lot in 14 years. Yeah, it's true. Um, the engine, I can't remember, Catherine, what the engine is called, but it is the same one that's used for Champions and Neverwinter, and it's almost a kind of a MMO by MMO by numbers sort of engine where you can very quickly push out an MMO nice and easily based on what the IP is. So I mean, it is quite impressive that they've managed to keep it going. I think the thing with Deca is that they're experts in spaghettification. Uh, Dave and Chris, do you guys know much about what spaghettification is?
absolutely not.
Okay.
No,
Well, I'm
not
going to
really.
ask Catherine Haley will be able to describe this a lot better than me. So I'm going to ask Catherine Haley to give me a good rundown of what spaghettification is in the chat, and then I can explain it better. Like sunsetting, I know what it is, but I'm not the best at explaining what they are, if that makes sense.
Pretty
So
So,
sure that's what they call it when you fall into a black hole, isn't it?
spaghettification, it is indeed. Yeah, that's
Mm.
definitely one
Yeah.
one version of it. Um, a far
I suspect you're talking more in terms of mixing code up from different times and
Oh
people
God, yeah.
working on it and that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I would rather have the code problem than the falling into the black hole problem, that's for sure. I mean, that would not be pleasant at all to be spaghettified.
You can see an
Um,
STO, I'm going with a black hole.
oh, I should say hello to my
so
girlfriend, who is Stella Fatale, who's just said hello in the chat. Um, we've got Pamela has
hello.
said, "Is it when you add meatballs?" Well, that may not be spaghettification, but it's making me hungry. And Amaron is talking about I know what that is considering black holes, but games, no idea. I like the fact that we know what spaghettification is when it comes to physics, but not coding. I love it. Um, it's sort of sci-fi fan credentials over here. Um, Actually, what I should show next while we're waiting for, I don't know if Catherine Haley's doing her spaghettification explanation, but I should probably mention the YouTube, shouldn't I? So
Yes,
let me just
please.
get that up on the screen. So you'll be able to see here, folks, that there is now a Mutara Alliance YouTube. Now, it's very early days. In fact, the videos aren't properly titled yet, but that's something that we're going to do. We're going to be optimizing that um, to get it, so the algorithm knows what we're pushing out. But at the moment, it's going to be serving as almost like a repository or archive of the streams. But going forward, it may be that we cut the streams down, or I do a bit of editing on the streams to get them, into a slightly different format for YouTube. It's another way to support, and eventually we may stream onto YouTube at the same time, which you can do. So what to do is, I think you probably know what I'm going to ask you to do, but I'll say it anyway. I believe it may already be in the chat, but
Yes.
if the link's in the chat, if you could nip over to the YouTube and subscribe so that you don't miss any of the. Eventually, when we do have the different content on there, that you'll be able to see that as well. And also, if you miss a stream, it gives you another option. And if you use YouTube more, then obviously it gives you the option to watch on there. So, Catherine Haley, it's a phase, spaghettification. It's a phase for where code has become unstructured and difficult to maintain because stuff has just been added and added over time, and no one knows what's what impacts what. Okay, there you go. Um, Hang on a minute. Am I saying that thingy a lot?
No, you didn't. You've so on the last stream, right? Sorry to interrupt, but what happened was Dave opened his big mouth and started saying he was describing something, and he went that thingy, and apparently everybody jumped on it in the chat, and now it's become hashtag thingy. The
Well,
thingy is a thing now, and you can thank Dave for that.
There you go.
I was just passing on my knowledge of Klingon ships last stream
Yes.
and gave some very detailed descriptions of things. Thingies, if you will.
Thingies. Yeah. Thingies. Well, you know the new nickname's going to have to be V Thingy. So there you go.
Free thing. There he is.
We'll add that to the list. I love Thingy. I love Thingy. I like it.
Thingies are great.
Hashtag Thingy. I think that should be a t-shirt that we sell in the shop. Hashtag
Yes,
Thingy.
definitely.
Get it
Love
on
that.
a mug. Dave
Hashtag
Dave Thingy.
That
Right.
would be brilliant.
Dave, I changed my name in the game. You're going to have to change your name to Thingy.
Could probably be arranged.
I think you should do it. I think you definitely should. We've got Amaron, you know, a thingy describing another thingy. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
We use the word John instead of thingy. See, it's thingy. We're Scottish. We always say thingy.
You know,
Was
Got
that
a new
thingy again?
nickname there. D-Thang.
D-thing.
D-Thang, I love it. I love it.
You notice I'm giving shout outs to people as well, by the way. I can shout out to people now.
Oh, awesome. Give a shout out to D-Thang. That's what I'm
D-thing.
talking about. That's it, Dave. Now you know how it feels to be renamed D-Thang.
I'm fine with it.
And
Way cooler than my normal name.
He started it.
you have to embrace it. Embrace it completely. Make it your new identity.
So just going back to your thingy, just going back to your thingy about the post and how they're saying that it. Oh, somebody followed.
Yeah, I got a new follower. Tars Got.
It's amazing. I didn't have to say that. That's so good. So going back to your post about how it was reassuring and that actually is reassuring for me and Techie as well, because now we know that we've got some sort of future in this community, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So when you read that and then explained it to me, I was kind of like, right, okay, because there's been a lot of talk about obviously Star Trek Online's future, and it's all been slightly negative for the past few months, and we've sort of been hearing these rumblings and that from the wider community, not just Mutara Alliance, but all the way through. And like a lot of people have been sitting there and going, "Yeah, this game's going to die" and all that. And I was just always in the back of my head going, "It can't. It really can't." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for you reading that out and me actually understanding it, and that gives me a lot of reassurance.
Well, that's it. I mean, it's one of those where um, it's been a big part of our lives for a very long time, and I think, I mean, there is a part of me, I can't deny this, there is a part of me that is excited for the next thing. I'm thinking to myself, when will another one come out? Will there be another Star Trek MMO that comes out? Of course there will be, I'm sure at some point. Um, and that is undeniably exciting, but it will be bittersweet. And what I'm hoping is that the code, that the state of the game as it is right now, as has happened with others like Star Wars Galaxies and things like that, that code gets released, and that people like us could run this independently, on our own
Yeah,
servers, maybe in a sandbox style, or still be able to do our ship builds and do what we want to do in the game then, that way. I would be sad if it would be sad if you know the game was discontinued and then you just logged in and you just saw the login screen you could never play again. I mean, that would just be, I wouldn't want that to be the
that
case.
would be brutal. Yeah.
So while we're chatting, I'm just wandering around Bajor. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I just thought it's a nice location to have a look around while chatting. Um, Catherine and myself will. This was one of our tour spots, so I'm not going to go into any of the details as to what we're looking at or what we will look at here. But Bajor, it's certainly a nice location, just as a bit of
Seek
background.
the profits.
Say that again, Dave.
Seek the profits.
Yep, that's it. Or the pirates, depending on your.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good shout. That's a good shout. Yes, you can't forget those pirates.
That's it. There we go. There's a
I
Klingon
think
women here, standing around.
I think Ducat was one of my favourite characters. Called Ducat.
Oh yeah, one of the
I
best
thought
villains in Star Trek.
Yeah.
him and Wei Yun, definitely, um, were were some of my favourite villains. Actually, there you go. Who was your favourite villain in Star Trek? In the comments.
Okay, and we've got a
There
question
you
from
go.
Catherine as well. For each of the hosts, are you supporters of the Prophets or the Pirates? I'll go first on this one. I think I'm Prophets, but I think the Prophets are a bit manipulative as well, I have to say. Who wants to go next?
I'm Paris. I think the thing with the Paris was amazing. So, um, obviously, the episode where he kidnaps Kira and goes to the other Deep Space Nine. I forgot what the name
Empok
of
Nor.
Yeah.
Empok North. Thank you. And it's a cult. It's literally a cult. And when that baby comes out and it's Cardassian, the guy's like, no, it's going to be okay. And everybody's like, that's not right.
Yeah.
So, but for the whole, like, coming back at them and all that stuff, definitely the Paris for me. And by the way, one last little thing, shout out to the 17 viewers that are here. I feel like do you know what? It's because I've been doing it while you've been away. it's hard to let go, Vinny. It's
Yeah.
hard to let go, man.
Well, that's it. Well, you got to keep the consistency for sure, or else it falls away. Because people would be expecting it to be on and it's not.
Dave, your one.
I'm going profits, I think. I think it'd be pretty cool to live in the wormhole, but I'm not sure I want to live in them caves.
The fire caves, yeah. I mean, at least it'd be warm.
A little bit too warm for me, I think.
That's it.
So,
But I mean, Ducat, going back to Ducat really comes in as one of the, it's been written about, that Ducat was one of the more complex villains. I mean, the thing is, you don't know whether to. The thing that makes it masterful in terms of the writing is that you're not sure whether you should like him or hate him at times. And
yes.
I think introducing a complex villain like that's really important. We've got a few in the comments. You've got Stella saying can, which fits into the fact that we watched Into Darkness last night with her family. We've got Pamela's mentioned the Breen. Stella's
Obviously.
mentioned Borg as well, or possibly the Borg. And then we've got Gamel talking about the Pirates and with an
Someone else
evil
on
laugh.
Chris's team.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I mean, I wouldn't have pinned you as a Paraith man, Chris. That's quite surprising.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out again, by the way, we are number one
That's it.
watched right now.
That's what we want to
You've
see.
got to ask yourself though, Chris. Do you really want to be aligned with the faction that was defeated by Avery Brooks and a rugby tackle?
Yes.
Okay.
Although to be fair, like the proper, see the most proper villainous things. I'm torn between Khan and the Borg, like properly, because the Borg are just complete crazy badasses, right? But Khan was that intellectual badass. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me personally, Khan or the Borg. Yeah.
I mean, my argument would be when it comes to the Borg that the Borg used to be like when they first appeared. I thought they were a lot more scary than they were later on when they introduced the Queen and all that. You know, I
Star
preferred the
Trek, Star Trek Picard's made them look quite weak in the end.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
Voyager didn't do them any favors either. I mean, I'm talking about like Q Who season 2 Star Trek Next Generation. There's this cube in space, and they just say that we are the Borg, and that's it, and they're just chasing you down. Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
there's just a relentless force of nature. There's no mustache twirling villain or anything like that. This is just a case of, I mean, that's the thing. There's no, oh, I have this motivation or that motivation. They're just coming after you, and there's like, it's almost like, zombie movies, right? The reason they're scary is because the zombies don't have any. They're just a big giant mass of things coming at you. Like
Yeah.
there's no like evil villain at the center of it all. And I think the Borg really had that creepy thing where it was like you can't reason with them, you can't talk to them. There's nothing you can do or say that will make them change their minds. And the thing with the Borg Queen is, as soon as you introduce the Borg Queen, it's, well, I am this and I'm that. And it's like, no, you're taken away. You know.
Yeah, no, I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, it just it just took away from them. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, I mean they lost their threat, didn't they, over the series and all the media and that of Star Trek or whatever, the franchise. But I don't know. I mostly watched TNG, DS9, and Voyager, so I'd probably still go with the Borg.
Yeah, I mean Voyager. Yeah,
Favorite villain.
I mean Scorpion parts 1 and 2 was good because I don't think the Queen
Mhm.
appeared in that at all. Scorpion parts one and
Uh,
two.
I think she did.
yeah, she did.
In Scorpion?
Yeah. Are you thinking about Unimetric Zero?
No, no, no,
That was a two-part.
no. It was Scorpion parts 1 and 2. So, um,
Oh no, she didn't.
yeah, that was when it
No, she
was.
didn't.
Uh
'Cause that
huh.
was when Jerry Ryan came into it, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought that was a really good thing. The idea of the Borg coming across as a worse enemy than themselves, that was really cool.
Yeah. No, no, no. The Borg Queen never came into Scorpion. But she was in Unimetric Zero,
Yeah,
the two-parter.
which I thought was slightly crazy. Like,
Hmm.
what was that all about? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it was like this weird thing where it was like, um, I don't know how to describe it. It was like, why did the Borg even care if they were having these dreams? Like, what difference did it make? You know?
I often find some of the smaller villains that aren't like the main storyline villains are a bit more interesting. Like I really like the Herodian, for example. They only appear for a bit of it, but
Yeah. I always found it
That is a
interesting how the Herodian uh, started out really incredibly tall and then slowly became the same size as everyone else.
yeah,
and then the K's on as well.
Oh, yeah. I thought the Kazon were like kind of looked down upon. Wasn't it the Borg that said, like, Seven of Nine said something like, "Yeah, we didn't bother assimilating the Kazon because they would have made things worse."
yeah. Only ones not worth assimilating.
Yeah.
Tells you all you need to know about the Kazon.
That's true. That actually is true. Yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch did play Khan in the Kelvin timeline. That's right.
Good old Benedict Cumberbatch. I was never happy about that casting. I mean, he's a great actor and stuff, but like, you know, I mean the com.
He was no Ricardo Montalban. Simple as that.
Oh yeah, I mean, given the fact that Khan was supposed to be like a Sikh, I mean, like it just doesn't make any sense at
Hmm.
all. Um, yeah, it's just one of the times where I was. I mean, I'm never normally too bothered by that sort of thing, really, but in that case, it just kind of broke my immersion in the film because I was like, I mean, the comics did explain that I think Admiral Marcus had captured him and did something to Khan to change his appearance or something like that. But how many people would have read that before seeing the film?
Exactly.
I mean, almost zero. By the way, in case anyone's wondering what I'm doing, like in the game, I'm literally just messing in the background while chatting. There's no purpose to any of what I'm doing, unless anyone wants me to go and do anything in particular. I can go somewhere.
Shall we tell them about the events that are coming up
Yeah.
now? So, Dave, do you want to take the Friday one coming up?
Yeah. So this Friday on the 8th, we've got a giveaway event to celebrate Kittimer Fleet on the KDF side reaching max level of 85. Prizes include 10 keys, 5 Disruptor isomags, and 5 Disruptor Hangercraft ones, which are essentially pet isomags. If you check out Priority Chat over the coming days, I mean, there's already a post in there. If you scroll up a little bit, there's the details in there, but you basically just need to have a character in either Kittimer or Stovercore, and then post in the game room with the character name and account, whether you need an invite if you're already in, and you're entered into the giveaway, and that'll be taking place on the 8th at 10 p.m. Immediately followed by the Giktal, which is TFOs on the Klingon side. So that'll be going on immediately after the giveaway from 10:30, and we'll also be streaming the Giktals this week on Twitch. So come and join us again on Friday at the time again of 10:30 p.m.
We're also going to do a thing called Show of Force as well. That's going to be headed by Techie. Techie wants to get a big group of Mutara Alliance members together and do Show of Force. So I think he wants to do on the ground first in their uniforms, and then he wants to do ships as well. And then obviously these are going to be used for like marketing purposes and things like that as well.
Cool.
And also just to get everybody together and have a bit of fun. And then we are going to do, what was the other thing, Dave? It's going out my head.
The Herosian Hunt Fest.
Herosian Hunt Fest. Do we have specific details for that?
Not yet, outside of the 29th. You want to run it on, Chris? I think it was.
29th, yeah.
Yeah, 29th of this month.
So just keep your eyes open for that.
Yeah, there'll be further details. Essentially, we're all going to run a Herosian Hunter escort ship, do a load of groups together and clear out some battle zones and, get some screenshots and that sort of thing.
Awesome.
We'll be providing anyone who wants to enter and doesn't have a Herosian ship with one of them, so we'll be doing sort of a sign-up thing for that. But yeah, just keep your eyes peeled over the next week or so.
Definitely.
That's a cool idea.
You on DS9?
Yeah, I'm just having a wee wander around.
Going to Quarks. Quarks is the best.
Yeah, I'm going to go there. I'm going to play some
Is
Dabble.
can you run all the way around at the top of the promenade?
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that. I thought
I
it
think
came.
so.
Oh, that's nuts. I actually thought it came down at one point, or it like blocked you halfway down. That's crazy.
Yep.
You want to give them a little teaser on that April event, Chris, as well, the treasure hunt thing?
Oh yeah. So in April, please keep your eyes out for Race Around the Starbase. Race Around the Starbase is a thingy. That thingy. I'm joking.
Hashtag thingies in the chat.
So I'm not going to give too much away at the moment, but Race Around the Starbase is exactly what it says in the title. You'll be brought to command Starbase, and you'll be given 7 checkpoints that you need to go in order, and it'll be whoever's the fastest around the starbase wins a massive prize. I've literally just told you everything, and I told you I wasn't going to do that.
Great teaser. So stay tuned for further details, of which there are none.
That's it. Yeah.
So
you've ruined everything.
that's that thingy. I've ruined that thingy. So I can't. Oh well, there you go.
So we get 15 viewers now, which is still good. Decent average going on here. Get another hashtag thingy popped in the chat there, which is amazing.
Love to see it.
It
Oh
literally has
wow,
it.
just won 10,400,000 gold press platinum. That's nice.
That's absolutely useless
Yep,
in the game.
I'm gonna do nothing with it. I'm gonna do nothing with it. I just had to play some Dabble. I really wanted to.
Of course.
You can buy a lot of dance amplifiers with that much.
That's it.
That's absolutely.
As,
That's wow.
as Morn, one of the iconic characters of Deep Space Nine, since we were on this sort of Deep Space Nine topic. So quiet as always. Now, does anyone know who Morn is a reference for? Does anyone know what pop culture reference Morn is referring to? No? Anyone in
No.
the chat know who Morn, what character from another TV show that Morn references? Let's see if we can get the answer.
Oh,
Ooh,
Tori's in the chat.
Norm from Cheers. Yeah, there you go. So Tori
That's right.
got part of it, and Amaron got it. Yeah, Norm from Cheers. So that's it. Yeah. So Norm was the sort of resident, like always at the bar guy. So yeah, Morn is a little reference to
Yeah.
Norm from Cheers. So there you go. A little bit of knowledge. So let's get a good look at Morn here. There he is, looking very happy. Charming
Was there not
fellow.
one episode when he was going to speak? It looked like he was about to talk,
Yeah.
and then he got cut off. I think
Well,
that was one of the best episodes ever.
yeah. Well, yeah. One of the jokes was that like Dax would say things like, "Yeah, I was talking to Morn last night, and he would not shut up."
Yeah.
But you never saw that yourself. Like you just never saw. In fact, let's explore a little bit of Deep Space Nine while we're here. Omega Force. Some interesting looking folks here. But yeah, yeah, that was definitely the joke. And there was not the episode as well where Morn seemingly was killed or died. Remember that
Yeah.
episode?
Who mourns for Mon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've done Pam a massive service there. You're welcome, Pam. Enjoy that song.
Oh, really?
Cheers, guys. No pun intended.
This is the Dominion part, isn't it?
Yeah. There we go. And look at
Cat's
that.
hitting us
They've got
with some
their.
history there, Benny.
Say that again.
Cat's hitting us with some
Oh,
history in the chat there, mate. If you want to have a look at that.
let's see. In 1982, William Shatner appeared in a commercial for the Commodore VIC-20, and he beams into the scene reminiscent of the transporter. There you go.
Wow.
Gotta love
He
it.
did an ad with the Gorn. Remember that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And him and the Gorn were sitting on a couch or something like that. What was the console for?
I think that was a Star Trek game. It was like
Oh no, it was. It was the actual Star Trek 2009 game. You're right.
yeah.
You're spot on.
Do any of you remember the British Gas advert from the early 90s that had William Shatner and James Doohan in it? Anybody remember
No,
that? That was
I'm
live
gonna have
action.
to. All right.
That was
Don't
really
remember that.
it was funny. It was in fact I wonder if am I allowed to play YouTube videos on the stream? I must be.
No,
I think
no,
I am. I mean, there's reaction streams that do it all the time.
no. I know, but I don't know if I'd risk that. If
It's,
I'm gonna be honest.
well, it's an advert from 1992. I don't think British
No, I
Gas are going
know.
to come after us.
Well, I mean, I suppose you've got a good point there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, like you've got hundreds of people putting streams up with like reaction stuff. I'll see if I can find it. I'll see if I can find it. I mean, I wouldn't be playing something from a TV show. Do you know what I mean?
No, I know.
Let's see. You have to let me know if you can hear it.
Can you not put it on one of the wee bits and then change the scene?
Yeah, I'm changing. Yeah,
Cool.
it should be. You should be able to see it now. Can you hear it?
No. Can you?
Meteor Scotty, beam us up!
Scotty! Scotty!
Don't worry, Captain. It's only a shower. I don't need a brawler, you wally. Beam us up! Captain, I haven't got the power. Try, man, try. Power! More power! Man's power, man. Uh-oh. Start again.
Well, he certainly hasn't got the power. Good afternoon. But you could have national power and power gen. To register for a prospectus in...
There you go. There's some retro stuff there.
That's the next generation's engine room.
Yeah, it's the set. The set from
TNG,
TNG.
yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird, isn't it?
That is mental, eh? I've never seen that advert before.
Yeah, I remember it being on TV when I was a kid. Like, yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was. Like, I think I must have only been like 5 or something, 5 or 6 years old.
Pamela, why did you bring that up? Oh.
Were you?
Uh-huh. I was in a Coca-Cola advert.
Oh my God, are we going to be able to find that?
Pamela, can you send Penny the link to that in Discord? I have the link. She's already got it.
Brilliant. Let's watch Kris in an advert from the 90s.
I mean, you literally see me for 2 seconds. I fall over a ball. That was on Lothian Road in Edinburgh.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That is wild. That's
Yeah.
wild. Right, let's see. Let me see if I can get the link on Discord.
I didn't realise the stream was going to go like this.
Were you supposed to fall over a ball, or did that was just like
No, that
accidentally
was
happen and they put it in?
No, it wasn't supposed to happen, and they left it in.
Okay, you ready, folks? Let's watch
Improv.
Kris falling over a ball. Okay,
At 4 years old.
here we go.
You're welcome for this content, everyone.
A million dreams begin with the World Cup.
That's me there.
We have that on instant replay, but
Yeah.
And a feeling that
So,
millions will
go back.
share.
Let's see. So here's what I'm going to do, right? So I'm going to actually play this at like slow speed. So
Wow.
like 0.25. So let's
slow
see.
this down.
Here we go.
Okay.
Here he
Wow.
is.
See what we can get.
Oh.
Everyone watch closely.
This-
Here he goes.
Like
On the
the
right. Nice control. Oh, there he goes.
that was me. Yep.
Let's just do that one more time. Let's examine this. So
Let's
look at
just double
this.
check
We get this really happy looking guy here, right? He's like, wait. And then we switch to Scotland, and there he is. Look, there he's coming along. Look, he's
Gonna
looking.
control it.
Look, eye contact. Look, there we go. And
I've
then,
got this, boys.
Oh, and he's going.
I've got this.
He's
I've
going.
got it.
And then he's down.
No, Meg falling over.
He's up and he's over.
Wait, you did actually get megged as well, didn't you?
And that
I
guy,
did-
look at
I
that.
did get
Look at that guy,
Yeah.
pure mugging you off there. Look, right afterwards, he's pure celebrating. your
Yeah,
fall.
like, haha, look at you. Yeah.
Redcoats absolutely megged you there, mate.
I know. Look,
Red
look at Redcoat's face, right? So let's examine Redcoat. Look, Redcoat, he's like, I'm gonna go for it, right? But he's like, I'll wait.
Throws him the dummy. Watch this.
Look. Oh,
Oh.
yep.
Oh,
And then he's like,
I'm
oh,
at the end.
Megs.
that's it.
I'm not at the end, am I?
You're at the end
Oh,
as
there's
well.
more. Let's just check the
Am
end
I
Oh
now.
God!
end
Wait
as
there a
well?
minute. So this kid laughs at you at the end. I think. Look, he's got the ball. The red kid's got the ball.
Oh! Yeah, look. He's. That's brutal.
I can't believe the image of the World Cup for that Italia, 1990, was a child celebrating his victory over you. That is
That's
unbelievable.
brutal.
That is brutal.
absolutely brutal.
That is brutality
Coca-Cola,
on a
please don't
whole
sue us.
other level. That's unbelievable. I feel bad.
Please don't demonetize us.
So we get 17 viewers who watched that. That was some golden content though. That was some proper good content. I mean, that was something else. I mean,
Yeah. Thanks
mean-
for that, Pamela.
but
Cheers.
here's the thing, Chris, right? Here's the thing, Chris, right? As ChatGPT would say, right?
Uh-huh.
You are a testament to success, right? That's what it would say, right? Because
Right, let's not go too far, eh?
but you've gone from that experience there and you pushed through the global humiliation of that and have become a leader.
I'd like to thank Kris for being a good sport and not being good at sports.
Oh,
I was four.
I thought it was great.
Someone needs to dub Chariots of Fire into where Kris is fallen. Shut up, Catherine.
Yeah, no. I mean, the thing is, I could probably do that just now, but I don't know if I'd feel right with that. I'd feel
No,
I'd feel that it would be just too much. It would be too much. But yeah, that's a project for another time.
that's brutal. Please do not do that to me.
Poor Chris.
Oh God, that's all right, man. I'm glad I'm here for your entertainment purposes.
You guys really
Exactly.
elevated the quality of content. Yeah.
Well, thank Pamela.
So has anyone else got any claims to fame? Anyone else done anything crazy,
That they're
embarrassing,
willing to show
cool?
off and we can laugh at.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amaron, we just wanted to class up the stream today, that's all.
What was that? Oh,
There we go, Kabali.
thanks.
I'm going to go to the Kabali ground zone for a bit and wander around. Oh my god, am I going to
I've not
bash
seen-
into the Dyson sphere? Look at the size of that thing. That's no
The Kabali.
more.
I've not seen that for ages. I think I've actually only been there once.
I actually I quite enjoy that zone. It's got a charm to it, shall we say? But the Kabali, I mean, I tell you, when I was playing that arc, I remember thinking to myself, because they're fighting against the Vadwar, and I was thinking,
Yeah.
who do I support in this scenario? Because I don't know whether I want to explain what happens or whether it's a spoiler for folk who've not played it. Certainly for Stella, it'll be a spoiler. Because she's not played that bit yet. But there's certainly a thing about that area where you're like, who are the bad guys here? So Catherine said, I'm a celebrity in parkrun world and appeared on several podcasts and videos. I can turn up to parkruns hundreds of miles away and people ask, are you Tony from Parkrun?
Oh,
Oh.
I've no idea what that means, but that sounds good.
You got any videos of you running about, Catherine, that we can you
Yeah.
falling over balls like Chris? We can show the viewers.
Yeah, if you've got any falling over videos, as you've seen, we can really examine them in
Wow.
detail.
Yeah, we like to do action replay style stuff of the falling over bits.
We're into slow-mo thingies, rewind thingies.
Thingies,
All
all
those
that.
things.
I'm actually
Yeah,
trying
we're
to think
still
if there's
number one.
anything I appeared on. I don't know if there's anything I've
Very good.
appeared on that's online anywhere.
We're still number one.
There we go. Beautiful.
1,
Beautiful.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're up against 7 people.
What, there's 7 others streaming right now?
Yep, and we're beating them.
Ah, yep. Well, what can I say? I mean, we are just on another level. On another level of people falling over, of Captain Kirk beaming into a woman's body. I mean, it's just amazing. You don't get that sort of weird and wonderful stuff anywhere else. Anywhere else.
7.
You don't.
There's-
In fact, you know, while we're here, I mean, I know this has not got much to do with Star Trek Online, but I was showing Stella this earlier on. Oh, we're up to 20 viewers. So, has anyone ever seen the video where Shaquille O'Neal glitches out? Has anyone else ever seen that video before?
No.
Right? I find it really funny. It's like a video where, like, he's the host on a TV show, and everyone else is talking, and he's just sitting there, right? In fact, I'll see if I can find it. I'll show you.
I really
Um,
hope we don't get sued, man.
we won't. Right. We won't. This is just reaction stuff. This is good. So, here we go. Are you ready for this, right? Let's see. So, here we go. So, can you see that? You'll see EJ's Neato star, something like that. So, watch this. Tell me if there's anything strange that you can see here, right?
How long's this on for, man?
It's only on for a minute. So, look at the guy on the left. Yeah? The guy on the left. Let's just put the playback speed to normal. So, look at this guy. See him on the left?
Yes.
Do you see him moving at all?
No.
I don't know why this cracks me up so much. It just cracks me up, right? He just does not move. Like these guys are chatting away, right? Look, he's still there. He's still the same.
That's nuts.
And they just carry on, look.
Are they talking to him?
Well, they're
It's in
just
Vegas.
chatting
Yeah,
amongst
we had
themselves.
the show out there. Here's just a little sampling.
Look, so they cut to this other thing of this guy singing, right? So he sings for a bit, right? He's singing, and then they cut back, right? So they cut back, and look, he's still the
I love to
same.
do karaoke. That's good, isn't it?
That's mad.
See those two
That's
mics back there?
absolutely
You made
mad.
up your own words. You see those? Wait, that was the word.
I mean, what is going on with him?
Yeah. The long-awaited.
Look at this. Look at the spooky music now. There you go. So how about that? How about that for some strange content, folks? There you go.
It's something.
So any theories as to what happened there?
No idea.
Is that a Star Trek Online style glitch? Like the spaghettification of the code caused them to like Amaron. Yeah, it does look like a cutout of Shaq, but it wasn't, because at one point in the full video you see he starts to move at some point, so he does start to move.
Do you think someone made like an animatronic Shaq?
Quite possibly. Quite possibly. So
They must have some budget though if they're covering him with some like Android version of Shaq when he's off sick or whatever.
Imagine they did that.
I know. So here I am. I'm wandering around the Kabali ground battle zone. And I'm just killing Vadwar. And not for any particular reason, just because. Why not?
Just for the hell of it.
Yep. But yeah. In fact, do you know what would be really interesting? Do you want me to see if I can find like a video for like Star Trek Online way back and see if there's any really old footage of the game? Like original trailers for it or something like that? Let's see if I can find
An original trailer for Star Trek Online. That would be mad.
Let's see. Let's have a look. Star Trek Online launch trailer
What was that?
2010.
Catherine Spike posted a load. Where about?
Oh wow!
Catherine.
I've got it. I've got it.
Oh.
Right, hang on. Let's see. Are you ready for this, folks? Here we go. This is 15 years old, this video.
Is it?
Yep. This is going to be really interesting. So we've got a 15-year-old video.
The final frontier.
Of Star Trek Online.
Yep. God, look at the old ships.
In the year 2161, the United Federation of Planets was founded. Its mission, to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life forms and new civilizations.
Graphics were so much better back then, eh?
However,
certainly looks it.
Even those who strive for peace
God, look at that.
Be prepared for war.
Jesus.
Look at the ships. It looks totally different, doesn't it?
It looks mad.
Mental.
Boldly go where
That's
no
the old
one has
Starbase.
gone before.
There you
Star
go, look at that.
Trek Online.
Wow.
It's not
Star
better
Trek
than one
Online,
thing
a
for the
space-themed
line
free-to-play
reviews
MMO released on
confession.
PC and
Oh, I'll allow that.
It's pretty cool, isn't it? In fact, we could probably find old Earth space stock, because that kind of ties
Alright.
into what we spoke about before with Catherine. Remember?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see if I can find a video of that.
What was that? Better love a Ryan girl who uses confusion on her blackguard carrier.
Right, here we go. Ready for this? So this is old Earth space stock pre the Undine invasion. Remember this? Look at this.
Oh, where it was just a circle.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, this is awesome. So this kind of follows up from, I mean, I did the exploration of it in the Undine episode, didn't I? The last time, but I think we'll get to see the podium and stuff, like where you get celebrated. Look, I think that's it there. Ah, they've cut. But yeah, you can see how the graphics have changed over time, can't you? I mean, look at the old HUD there, the old blue HUD.
This
as
isn't
well.
Starbase 29. This is the old Earth space
Ah,
dock,
that's what I'm
isn't it?
saying. Yeah, it is. It's Earth space dock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at them walking into the wall. Whoops.
Now you like sort of understand where Starbase is it 39 Sierra?
Yeah.
Aye, the one that you just did with Catherine. Now you can see where that sort of ties in with all that.
Yep. Now, hopefully we get to see the podium here. See these steps going up? See that big Federation flag there? See that?
Yeah.
See that? That's where you would get like promoted and stuff, and people would clap or whatever. It was like, you know.
That's right. Every time you got promoted, you would go there, and it would go to a cutscene.
Yeah.
Thank you to the 19 people watching, by the way.
So proper nostalgic, isn't it?
Yeah. That's old school. Proper old school.
It's funny because they keep cutting when they go to the different sections. Ah, look, there's actually a space dock map above the door. That's amazing. You got the bank. Are they going to go to the exchange next? Yeah, like that's the exchange. See that? Ah, there's I see that on the left there. That's where you would go up and access
Yeah,
those
the
computers.
exchange, yeah. That's right.
And then, yep, head through the corridor.
It's crazy, though, eh?
Yeah. I would love to be able to go back and explore this again.
I think the
Ah, look, the merchants would be the traders. With all the boxes. And then the old club.
it's literally Starbase 39 Sierra. That's what it is.
Parts of it are, yeah, for sure. The windows definitely in some of those areas. Now, is this
And the
club?
boxes and stuff.
Here's the old Club 47.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that. Shout out to the 22 watching.
Yeah, look at that, the old Club 47. Amazing.
Alexa, Kris, stop.
Is Dave gone?
No, I'm still here.
Ah,
Just
okay.
watching.
Ah, cool. Yeah, you remember all this as well?
No, that's why I'm quite enjoying it. I don't remember this.
Shout out to the 24 watching.
24, yeah,
Wow.
fantastic.
Welcome in, everyone.
Yeah, we're just
We'll
what we're
take-
doing just now is we're taking a step back in time. We're having a look at old Earth space stock, the way that it was prior to the Undine invasion, and it's very nostalgic. Now, if any of you want to experience this, in fact, I'll show you how to experience it. We'll do a little revisit to Starbase 39 Sierra. In fact, let's do that now because we've watched this for a wee while now. So let's go back to Starbase 39 Sierra.
That was crazy though, eh?
Can you still see the game? Ah, yeah. Okay,
No. There we go.
good. Yep, it is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's something else. It's wild. It's wild when you look at what it used to be like. But that's the thing, is that not a lot of people know. Not a lot of people realise that this game still contains an area that looks very much like the original Earth space dock. And that's where we're going to revisit just now. We're going to revisit Starbase 39 Sierra, one of my favourite spots in the galaxy. And I was there with Catherine Haley last time, which was excellent. Let's see. Let's get over there. Let's go over to Starbase 39 Sierra and have a look around. So, yeah, it's not exactly the same, but you can see how. See what I mean?
It resembles it a lot.
Yeah, it's sort of the same aesthetic. That's the thing. It's got that aesthetic that this has not changed. That's the thing. This has not changed at all since it was first put in the game. Look, you can see the signs, as Catherine pointed out the last time. It's look, if we flip back to the so you've got that there. If we flip back to the video, can you see that? How in the video you've got the signs that are like exactly like that, yeah. And then we flip back to Starbase 39. See, exact same style. And again, you've got the windows. So see the windows there. So you've got the windows in front of you. And then what we'll do is we'll flip back to the video, and we'll go right back to the start, and you can see the windows. See what I mean?
That's bad, eh?
Almost exactly the same. So it really is, it is a super nostalgic part of the game to be able to go back there and to see that. Is that somebody set off a party ball over here? Who's this? Is that somebody from MUTARA? It is.
Is it?
It is.
Who is that?
It is Hysleria.
It's silliest.
There you go. There we go. We got a Starbase 39 Sierra party going on over here. A little bit of a dance.
I don't think he's watching.
Classic silliest. He's also in the chat.
There you go.
Love to see it.
Awesome. So there we go. Why so silliest indeed. So, yeah.
That was good, man. I like that.
I like that a lot.
Very similar stuff. So, we have been on for, let's have a look, we've been on for 1 hour and 3 minutes. Now, because I am on holiday and I'm over here in the States and I'm visiting my girlfriend, I can't very well stay on here for too long because, she's here. I'm about to go and see her and spend time with her. But obviously it's been great to come on, and it's one of those where I will be on Tuesday and Thursday, and with my girlfriend, what we're going to be trying to do, since she's new to the game, is do some streaming where I'm going through some of the early game missions with her. So we will be spending time together while I'm here, but doing something that we can share as well. And that will probably happen going forward also. So I think that was a pretty fun stream, folks. What do you reckon?
I think so.
Yeah, the bit at the end.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the nostalgic bit at the end was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean
enjoyed that.
Yeah, that's a bit. I would quite like to clip that section out and stick that on YouTube as like a look at the comparison between Starbase 39 and old Earth space dock, you know. So there's some good stuff there. Thank you, Tora. Saying good show. Yeah, it's fun. I love doing these streams. I think it's great. It's almost like a little radio show, isn't it? That we're doing.
Yeah,
I mean, I know there's a
it's
camera
good.
and stuff, but like if you were just listening to it on the radio, yeah. But yeah, and obviously thank you to everybody who has been watching the stream. It's really appreciated. You know, when people come on here and take the time to get to know us and to watch us, you know, even if you're not a part of um, the Armada community in the game itself, it's still really appreciated that you're here and taking a look at what we're up to. I'm going to drop the YouTube channel link into the chat again just now, just to
That's
make
just good.
sure. Ah, cool.
Alright.
So if you guys could go and follow the YouTube channel, that would be great as well. V Thingy. I am V Thingy. Catherine, I take it you like that name then? There you go.
Highlight was me falling over a ball, was it, Muppet?
Yeah, sure was. Best bit for a Sunday.
I loved it. I thought that was great, especially the slow motion examination of that. And that child, what we need to do now is we need to do an
Find that
investigation,
child.
yeah, to find out where they are now and what's happened to them, right?
And I can do a one-on-one analysis with him about how he nutmegged me.
Well,
Get out my face.
Well, that's the thing. I think it would be really funny to do a stream where we get that person on the stream and we let you have it out with each other. You know, settle the score once and for all. You know,
That just doesn't work. But okay.
20 years.
We've all got Pam to thank for that great footage.
Yep. Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Turns
And,
out, plot twist. Listen, plot twist. It turns out it was Dave.
Nah, it was too small to be me.
Oh. You're
That's
lucky
it.
I can't swear.
I'm going to be running
Reminder
through.
to everyone who's watching, we've got a giveaway happening this Friday, 8th of March. Keep an eye out on Priority Chat for more details.
There you go.
Gektal as
And
well.
the Guitar following, which we'll be streaming as well. So as well
Very,
as Thursday, we'll have a stream on Friday this week too.
Awesome.
and keep your eyes out for the sorties on Monday and Wednesday as well. We're full up every week, mate.
That's it.
It's 7 days a week. Keep a shout out to the chief as well for Saturdays as well. So we've got everything. We have something on every day during the week.
That's it. Proper living community. That's the way you want it. That's the way you want it, indeed.
Brilliant.
All right, folks. Well, let's wrap this thing up. So it's been a pleasure. Thank you for joining us as ever, and 21 viewers right up to the end is fantastic. #1 stream for Star Trek Online on Twitch for the majority of what we were doing there, as far as I'm aware.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'll leave you with Kris to give the little motto as the goodbye.
Without you, we are nothing.
There you go. See you later, folks.
Good night.